Greetings and welcome to Unlimited Ink and Notary Stars printing tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to print on all letter size paper. Now, most of the closing packages you receive as a notary signing agent are going to be mixed legal and letter size paper. Some title offices are going to request that you print on all letter size paper. Now, title offices in California and Florida, those are two states that are very popular for that request, as all of their documents are typically recorded with the county recorders on letter size paper. Now, being that the closing packages you get are going to be mixed legal and letter size paper, you're going to need to know how to set your Adobe printer settings to ensure that all of the documents are printed properly on letter size paper without any of the text being cut or chopped off. This is our sample deed of trust that we're going to work off of today. Now, first thing that we need to do is pull up our Adobe print preview screen. Again, you do want to print from the Adobe application on your PC. So make sure you're always printing from Adobe Reader or Adobe Pro on the PC version, not the web version. Because if you print from Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, you may run into some printing issues. In order to pull up the Adobe Print Preview screen, you're going to take your mouse all the way to the top left of the PDF, click on File, go down to Print, and this is going to be your Adobe Print Preview screen. You can also access this by a keyboard shortcut of Control-P. First thing we want to do is click on our printer. I'm going to select my Brother printer today. Now these two boxes, print in grayscale, black and white, save, ink, and toner. Make sure those two are unchecked. You can run into printer quality issues if you have these two checked, especially print in grayscale. If you're printing a scanned package that's already been printed and scanned in, and then you have to print it again, you can get a lot of specks on the paper, odd shading around the letters and the numbers. So safest way so you always have a clean print is to leave print in grayscale and save ink and toner unchecked. Pages to print, you can print the entire closing package, the current page that you're viewing right up here, and you can also do a page range. For right now, I'll just select current, but more than likely you're going to select all if you're printing all of the pages, but we're going to select current so we can bring this deed of trust up in our print preview screen. So this one is very important, especially when you are printing on all letter size paper. So you always want to make sure shrink oversized pages is always selected. Now in the closing packages, especially the lender instructions, you'll see that they state to select actual size in a lot of their instructions. It's okay to revert to shrink oversized pages. This is always going to ensure all of the text fits on your print. And what Adobe is going to do, it's going to detect the text and it's going to shrink it probably by micro fractions of an inch just to make sure none of the text is cut off on your print. Now, this is very important when you print on all letter, and I'm going to show you why here in just a second. When printing all on letter, you want to make sure choose paper source by PDF page size is unchecked. So we're going to uncheck that. And you can see in the print preview screen, the size of the paper changes when we uncheck this. If I check it again, it goes to a legal size piece of paper, 8.5 by 14 inches. If I uncheck it, it's going to go to 8.5 by 11 inches. Now, you want to make sure you have letter size paper selected in page setup. So let's open that up. Once you click page setup, it's going to give you a drop-down list of all these different paper sizes Adobe can print on. Just make sure letter is selected. You'll click OK. Because keep in mind, if you click choose paper source by PDF page size, it is going to override whatever you have in this selected in page setup, because Adobe is now just detecting what the page sizes of the PDFs are, and it's going to tell your printer to print them that size. But by unchecking that, It's no longer overriding page setup, and whatever paper size you have selected in here, it's going to print on. So back to shrink oversized pages. So the biggest mistake we see at Unlimited Ink and Notary Stars when notaries print documents is the legal size paper being chopped off. And that's because actual size is selected when you're printing a mixed legal and letter size package or an all legal size paper package onto letter size paper. So if I click actual size on this deed of trust here, you can see these gray margins because this original document is a legal size piece of paper. When you click actual size, it's just going to capture 8.5 by 11 inches of that legal size paper, and it's going to chop off about 1.5 inches at the top and 1.5 inches at the bottom, and it's going to print only 8.5 by 11 inches of that legal size paper. So it doesn't shrink any of the text. And that's going to be problematic because if you print out an entire closing package like this, you can see there's important stuff that is not going to show up on your print. So there's the barcode at the bottom, and if there's text at the top, that's going to be chopped off, and title and the lender is going to reject that closing package. So by clicking shrink oversized pages, that fixes it, and you'll see that it's going to shrink all of the text onto a letter size piece of paper. And now we don't have any grayed out areas, and this is going to print perfectly fine on a letter size piece of paper for you. So we're going to close this menu out, and we'll look at our PDF tutorial that we've created for you and you'll have access to. So this is just a recap. Uncheck print in grayscale, save ink and toner. Make sure shrink oversized pages is selected. Make sure you uncheck choose paper source by PDF page size. You want to click page setup, and it's going to take you to this next menu. Make sure letter size paper is selected. Click OK, and then you are ready to print. And that concludes our printing tutorial on printing on all letter size paper. If you are on an assignment with Unlimited Ink, or if you are a member of Notary Stars and do need further assistance, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to help. Happy signings, and we hope you have a great day.